Master this one passing technique, and with it you unlock a whole range of opportunities. Let's get into it. So the pass I'm referring to is the driven pass. Done correctly can open up space, split defenders and turn a defensive position into a goal scoring one. But not only that, the same technique for the driven pass can also be transferred over to the driven shot. With some fine tweaking, can be an unstoppable strike you can always count on. But before that, let's get into the 6 steps of this technique. Alright, so first up, step 1. Create controllable space between you and the ball. Even if you're in a tight situation, you can always move it just a foot, just to create that space that you're going to need in order to generate that power. Step 2. Lock in your target. Once you've created that space, it's really important that you take a look and have a sense of where you're actually kicking it to. And this can be a step that's often overlooked, but as you'll find out later, this whole technique stems from acquiring your target. So iron up the target. You might actually want to do this before you create the space. Have a little look, create the space, and away you go. Step 3. The leading arm. So the leading arm is the opposite arm to your kicking leg, and if you've done the glance correctly, you'll then point the leading arm to the target on the approach to the ball. And you want to hang that arm out there until you actually make contact with the ball. So on the approach, you're pointing into the target, hang it out there, making contact with the ball, and then it comes across your body, which we'll get into in just a moment. And I promise you this will become more natural over time, so just keep working at it. Step 4. The standing leg. Like the arm, this will also point to the direction of the target. You want to plant it so that your toe is in line with the front of the ball. However, you should know that the distance between your foot and the ball will vary depending on the angle of the approach, so just keep this in mind. Step 5. The contact. Now the goal is for backspin, and backspin, it has one of the most consistent flight paths, which make it accurate and therefore dependable. So knowing that we're going for backspin, we need to connect with it on the lower half of the ball. And the lower you go, the more height and air time you put on the flight path, striking between your instep and your laces, pointing your foot as you do so. Step 6. The follow through. Keeping your head down until contact has been made. You'll then shift the kicking leg across your body in a circular motion, almost clipping the grass as you follow through. Doing that will allow the pointer arm to cross the body, making for a beautiful and accurate pass to your teammate or the top corner of a 7-a-side goal. Maybe not.
How you then transfer this over to a deadly shot in an 11-side goal, you'll follow the same steps, but it's the contact and the follow through that will need some adjustment. First, you'll need to connect with more of the center of the ball, otherwise rosette happens.
Oh dear.
Secondly, remember how I said about the circular motion to the pass? Well, with the shot, you'll need more of a triangular finish. This will ensure less of a follow through, allowing for the power and precision you will need to trouble the goalie.
But if you're happening to face the world's best keepers, then you're going to need variety. And this 6-step free kick tutorial right here, it's going to give you all the tools you'll need to keep the keepers guessing.